What's up everyone? Welcome back to ArchitecturalEdge. In today's video, I'll be teaching us on how to design an architectural floor plan step by step, starting with bringing out all the spaces, drawing out all the space that will be functioning on our plan, and introducing our line weight, and also inserting all the fenestration, which are our doors and windows. And after that, we'll move into inserting all the furniture arrangements that will be needed on our floor plan. And after that, finally, we'll move into giving our floor plan a proper dimension detailing and also inserting the title of each space on the floor plan. So I could have created this video some week ago, but I've been so busy on the construction site, but now I'm here to sacrifice my time and to share this knowledge with somebody outside there, because I know there are so many people out there, so many students, architects, or a practicing professional who is looking forward to upscale his design skill on AutoCAD, but don't have the finance to pay for a master class, and I'm doing this free of charge. So just make sure you stick to this video from the starting to the end, and you can also use the timestamp. You can use the timestamp to also navigate to the specific area of the video you want to focus on. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, just rush right now, click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to receive all the notification that will be dropping from this channel, so that you won't miss out on all the educative video on our architectural design software. So subsequently, I'll be dropping a tutorial on SketchUp from scratch, introducing you to all the interface on SketchUp, and this floor plan we'll be working on, we'll also export it into our SketchUp, so it will be our first project on SketchUp, which we'll be working on as a beginner after I've introduced us to the SketchUp software as a whole. So right now, grab your mouse, let's dive into today's lessons. So in today's video, we'll be working on this floor plan. This is a one-bedroom self-contained. So let me introduce us to the plan. We have our entrance here. This is the living room. This is our living room. Then we have our visitors' toilet here. Then we further have our kitchen here. Then we have the bedroom. This is our bedroom. Then this is our toilet for the bedroom and suite. So quickly, for us to start recreating this plan, I designed for the sake of this lesson, we'll start by picking our rectangular tool. So if you are not used to the essential tools on on AutoCAD, I've created a tutorial on that, introducing every beginner to the AutoCAD software, so you can check that down. I'll attach that at the end screen or in the description box. So we'll pick our right angle tools. So we'll come to our floor plan. Okay, let me quickly add some other dimensions so that it will make it easy for us to understand as a beginner. All right, so after picking our right angle tool, we'll come to an open space. So we'll leave this plan, we'll be working with it, going back to it to pick our dimensions as we work on the new floor plan. So we'll pick a point here with our right angle tools. After picking that point, let me change our color. So we'll pick our right angle tool. So coming back to this plan, we have what we'll be drawing from this point to this point. So the dimension is what? 7,000 meters by what? By 4 meters. Okay, let me confirm that. 4 meters. Okay, so pick our right angle tool. We'll pick a point here. So we type in the value 4,000, comma. We'll first of all enter the value of the horizontal line. Then we'll enter 7,000 for the vertical. Enter. So we have this. So we succeeded in drawing the whole of this space. Later we come in to create all these partition walls. So the next we are going to move into is our living room. Our living room is the horizontal is 5,000 millimeter, while the vertical is 4,000 millimeters. So we'll pick our right angle tool again. So this time around we'll come to our triangle we draw initially. You mark a point here, so just follow closely, mark a point here, but you are not clicking it. You just place your cursor on it, then you move away towards your your east polar region. You move towards your east, then you type in the value 225, which is our wall thickness. You see, immediately you click enter, it gives you the spacing of your wall thickness. So then we'll enter the value. We have the value of what? 5,000 for the horizontal, comma 4,000 for the vertical wall. So okay, we have our floor plan facing the upper side, the our square right angle facing the upper side. So we'll use the mirror tool. This is the mirror tool here. So we just come to this point, we click and we move down, enter. Yes, so we have this now. If you are not used to all these tools, don't forget to go back to my previous video on introduction to AutoCAD. So right now the next space we'll be drawing is our what? Our visitor's toilet. So our visitor's toilet is what? Three the horizontal is 1300 mm, the vertical is 2000 mm. So we'll pick our right angle tool again. We'll come to this point, then we move down, we enter the wall thickness, which is 225, enter. Then we enter the value. Our horizontal is what? 1300, comma 2000, enter. So it's facing the opposite direction again. We do the same thing, we mirror it back to the desired position. So now we've succeeded in bringing this out and this. So if we look at it, so now on we have a vent here. This vent is 600 by 400. So pick our right angle tool again. We'll come to this point, we snap here, we move away towards our east axis, then we'll enter the value 225 for our wall thickness. Then we enter the value of our vent, which is 400 for the horizontal, comma 600 for the vertical. So we have this now. So we succeeded in doing all of this. So one thing we can quickly do, if you use your rectangular tool, all the lines are coming in polylines. If you right click, you see polylines, it's showing polyline. You can edit polyline and the rest. But what we'll just do quickly is, so that the work won't explode all of this, there are other ways I can do this if I'm working, but as I'm teaching us as a beginner, I'll just take all the necessary steps so that we can understand. So we'll select all of the lines we have here, then we'll go to our modify, we'll pick the explode tool, This is explode. So once we click the explode, now it makes each of the line independent, since before all the lines were in polyline. So it made now all our lines are independent. So now we'll pick our offset 2. We'll enter the value of wall thickness 225. Enter. So we'll offset this point, we'll offset this point, offset this point. So I'll just fast forward doing all of this. So after that, the next thing we are going to do now is we'll have to join each of these external wall together using our fillet. Using our fillet, still in our modify fillet. So once you pick your fillet, you click on this line, you come to this point, you click this other line, you see automatically it joins it, it closes the angle. So we come here, we do the same thing, we pick this line and this, automatically it closes it. We come to this that other part, we click this line and this, you see. So I'll just do this so fast. So now we've succeeded in linking all our external walls together. So we have this shape. Let's revert back to our sample floor plan. So we have all of this. Okay, similar as this. So the next thing we are going to do is to insert our partitioning wall for our toilet and our kitchen. So if we check from here, we have our dimension in to in for what 1500 by 2805. So we'll pick our offset 2. We'll come to this point. Let's enter the value of the vertical, which we have 2885. We offset it downward. Then the width of our toilet, we have what 1500. Okay, we offset it inward this way. So the next thing to do is to impute the thickness of the wall, which is 150. It's a partitioning wall. So we'll click our offset again. We enter the value 150. Then we offset this way and we offset this way. So now we have this. So what we'll do quickly is to trim the points we don't need. We can enter our TR on our keyboard, enter. So we trim this, we trim this also. So now we are left with this. So the next thing we have to do is to bring out what our wardrobe. The depth of our wardrobe is what 700. So we pick our offset 2, we enter the value 700. We enter the value 700, enter. Then we offset it inward. So we also offset our thickness of wall, which is 150. So we trim away the edges we don't want again, same as the initial. We trim this off and this. So having this now, if we come to the entrance to our bedroom, we have what 1050 mm away from this wall to our wardrobe wall. So we offset that 1050 mm. So we offset it inwardly. So we can also use this method. We'll shrink the line. We can do this. So right now we shrink this also. Okay, let's take the thickness of our wardrobe wall, which is still 150. Then we offset inside. So now we can trim all the edges we don't want. Trim this away. This, we trim this. So right now, what do we have next? Okay, we've succeeded in bringing out. Okay, let me see something. I think I missed something out. Okay, so now we'll have to start introducing our fenestration. We're starting with our doors. We are starting with our doors. So the door to our bedroom is 900 mm. So click pick our offset tool. We enter the value 900, then we offset this way. Then we can shrink the line. So we have this. So now we can use our trim tool. So the next online is the door to our bathroom, which is 750. So pick our offset tool again. We enter the value 750. We offset inward. We shrink the line down. Then we use our trim tool. We trim this off, trim this off. So now we've succeeded in creating this. So the next online is to create our door to our visitor's toilet, which is 750. Offset in. So this time around we use our extend, EX, enter. So after that we'll use our trim. We'll trim this, trim this, trim this. So now if you discover this line, we are left with broken line here. So what we can do is to come to our modify. We'll pick what? Join. Then we'll click on this, then right click. Automatically the line has become a whole entity, a straight line. So we have this now. So the next online to do is what? To create our what? Our entrance, our entrance door. Okay, our entrance door from the external wall, we have 526 mm before the entrance door. So enter the value 500 and what? 26 mm. 526 mm. Then we offset the external wall inward. We can shrink it down. So we have this. So now we'll now offset the width of our entrance door, which is 1200. We offset inward this way. So we can trim the points we don't want. So we have this now. So we are moving forward. So the next online is to open our windows. So the first window we are working on, we should start with the living room. We have what? 525 mm away before the window. 525 mm from the external wall. So we'll say 525 mm, enter, we'll offset it upward. Then we can trim this. Then we'll offset the width of our window, which is 800. We'll come here, we enter the value 800. So what next do we have? We have the distance between the two windows. We have what? 1800. So we'll come here, we'll enter the value 1800. 800 offsets. You see we have this. So we now enter the value of our window, the second window, which is 1000, which is 800. So we have this now. We succeeded in creating the two window on the east side of our floor plan. So now we trim off the the portion we don't need. So we do this now. So we have this. So next we have next we have another window at the top. So from the external wall to the window we have what, 4120 25 mm. So we'll pick our offset to, we type in the value 4125 mm, then we offset from the external wall to this point. So we can trim this. Then we'll also offset our windows, the width of our window 800. We have this. So now we can trim this off and this off. So here we go. We are moving forward. So the next on board, we are coming to our toilet window. Okay, so from the wall to the window here, from this wall here to this window, we have 200 mm. And what is the width of our window? Let's confirm the width of our window. The width of our window is what? 500 mm. So we'll come here, we'll pick our offset to, we enter the value 200, enter, we offset 200 down. Okay, then we extend this inward, trim this, then we offset the width of our window, which is 500, then we offset towards this direction. So we trim the portion we don't need, we trim this part and we trim this part. So now we have this. So yeah, so let's check this vent area. We have what? Okay, this is the shape we have. So we have to extend this portion out. So what do we do? EX extend. We extend this and we extend this. We delete this inner one. So we are left with this. So let's break this line. If you want to break a line, you see this line is an O line now. If I want to break this line, letting this place stand independent and this also position standing independent. So I'll come to my modify, I'll pick this break at points 2, then I'll click this point, then I'll click this other point. So sorry, let's do that again. We'll pick this, we'll pick this. So I've succeeded in breaking this point. You see this is standing different from this. So we repeat that for the other side of the wall, break at point. So now you see this is standing independent, this is standing independent, this is also standing independent. So now we succeeded in doing all of this. So we are moving forward to our kitchen. Okay, from our living room window to our kitchen, we have an interval of what? 1286. So we offset this inward 1286. We offset to this point. Then our window, what's the width of our window? We have 900. So we come here, offset, type in the value of 900. So after this, we trim the points, the parts we don't want, the portion we don't need. So then the next we are moving into is what? Our bathroom slash toilet. So we have what? From this angle to the window of our toilet, we have a displacement of what? 1368. So we are offsetting from this outer wall 1368. We have this. So we can shrink it in, we can shrink our line, then we offset our window. What's the width of our window? 600. So we pick our offset tool, we enter the value 600. We do this. So we have this. Same thing, we trim the portion we don't need. Trim this and we trim this. So okay, we are good to go. So the next we are coming to we are diving into our bedroom. So from our bathroom window to our bedroom first window, we have a displacement of 1458 mm. So we pick our offset tool, we enter 1458 mm, enter. So we come to this point, we offset from our toilet window inward. So the next thing, the width of our window is 800. We'll pick our offset tool again, we enter the value 800, enter, then we offset. So we take off the portion we don't need again, this. So we are good to go. So what we have next is the windows on the south side of our floor plan. Okay, so coming here, we have what, from this angle, from this corner to the first window, we have what, a displacement of 1425. So we'll pick our offset tool, we enter the value of 1425, enter. We offset with the external wall, we shrink this down. So our window, the thickness of our window is what, the width of our window is 800. So we enter the value 800 and we offset for our first window. Then we have a displacement between the two window, these two window, the displacement which is 1000 mm. So we pick our offset to enter the value 1000 mm. We input our displacement, then we also create the opening for our second window, which is 800. So we have this as it is here. So the next thing to do is to what, trim the portion we don't need. We trim this, we trim this, we trim this, and we trim this. So by doing this, we've succeeded in creating drawing all the spaces we need on our floor plan, and also introducing our fenestration, which is our doors and window, just as it is on our sample floor plan. So the next thing we are going to do right now is to add our line weight to our drawing. Okay, before that, we have to create our entrance porch. So we'll pick a line, we draw this way, then we snap here, we lock it this way. So there's something we are going to do here. Okay, but before that, we should add our line weight. We'll just select the whole of our line, then we'll come to our line weights up here on our properties, then we'll scroll down, then we give our line weight, we'll give it 0.40 mm. So we have this. So mind you, some of this line will be featuring, we don't need them to be on a heavy weighted line. So like this of our wardrobe, we can just, we'll have to break this line because it's a continuous line. We'll come to our modify, we'll pick our break tool, we'll break to this point, you see, then we'll also pick our break tool again, we'll break this point. So then the center line, we'll have to return it back to the default layer line, which we have this. Then we can create a cross section showing it's our closet. So we'll come here, we'll do the same thing, we'll pick this line, we'll take it back to this. So now our entrance, we'll have to make this line, we'll reduce it to 0.30. Then what's next, we'll have to change the line type, we'll make it hidden line. We have hidden line. So you see something, uh, we changed the line type to hidden line, but it's not it's supposed to be showing a broken line, but it's not showing broken line. So what we can do to fix this, you select the line, then you right click, you go to property. So once you open your property, you see it here, you see what we have at the top corner here. We have what line weight, which is 0.30. Then we have our line type scale, so we can increase this to let's say 50. You see, it's coming up. If we see it's coming up, but we should increase it further to 200, so that we can have an obvious broken line. So you see we have this now. So we can change the color of this. We'll just come to this point, and we should give it we should just give it a simple color. We should give it a simple color that will blend in. Let's see what we have here. All right. Okay, I don't like this color. Let me change it again. I need a color that won't shout. Yes, I love this. So this color is okay. So these are entrance. So we'll be stopping this section of the tutorial here. So in our next tutorial, we'll be sending the whole of this wall into our wall layers. Then we'll also introduce our window templates and doors templates, and also our furniture templates in the next section of this video. See you in the next section.